What's going on? Welcome to the G-Hole Podcast, greatest hour of listening ever. What's going on, man? I am Ray DeVito. Bob Biggerstaff is my co-host. And, dude, this is one of my favorite episodes, man. This is a great episode. We have comedian Aaron Zarabi on, who, I'll be honest, I don't know him that well. I've done like one or two shows with Aaron. He just happens to live in Astoria. Somebody canceled, and he came over and did the podcast with us. And this is great. This is what I want. I would like to do is getting guests to open up and talk about some real shit. And so after we talk about comedy and circumcised penises and all this stuff and all the jokes our side, we get into some real things, man. His dad is not a cool dude, and we get into it. His dad kind of left his mom. It's him, his sibling, his sister, and he goes through that whole history, and we talk about some real stuff, man. And that's what I want to do. Like and he's a cool dude, so we're just sitting around talking shit about it, like making jokes and stuff, but also being sincere. And it was great times. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. You could follow Aaron on Twitter at Aaron Zarabi, AARONZARABI, and of course Bob and I, Bob at Bob Biggerstaff, me at Ray DeVito, and of course at the G-Hole Pod. And enjoy, guys. What's up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome.
Step up to the G-Hole.
How you doing, Bob?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good, man. You're bringing the energy today.
Glad we picked up some guy off the street to do our podcast.
We did, man.
Somebody canceled, and we're looking for somebody. And Ray puts out a thing on Facebook, and I'm like, he's like, hey, is anybody available to do our podcast? I'm like, this is fucking pathetic, man.
We got my buddy Aaron Zarabi.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Fuck yeah, man. And a little bit about Aaron.
Yeah, we just had to pick him up.
Did you know Aaron the first time he was it the first time you went to a comedy show, or just your first date with your
first date with my wife?
With your now wife.
Yeah.
Was at my fucking comedy show. There
Wow.
it is.
That's
I bring people together, Bob, with my comedy.
That's full circle.
Yeah.
Or as we discussed earlier, he said, wow, this guy can do comedy. I'm going to get into doing that.
Look at
whatever,
this.
man.
Yeah.
And then he became a
I
comedian.
bring people together, Bob.
Right.
Unlike you.
You break chairs.
Yeah, you break chairs. Ooh, the first fat joke being thrown, and it's not by me. Ooh,
I'm trying to get in here
cocky
quick.
Aaron, because Aaron was saying,
I have to ask him, do you know why I sit in this chair? Because Ray told you, right? Yeah,
Oh,
because that's the
true.
first thing you fucking say when somebody comes in here.
Well,
what do you think of his shitty room?
I've got some pointers.
whatever. I've had porn stars in this room. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I see your laptop.
We'll just leave it at that. Porn stars have been in this bedroom before.
All right, that's
true.
Why'd you laugh so hard?
He's not lying. No, because he's not lying.
Was it a guy?
Yeah, how about that?
Woman?
Yes, women.
All right. I don't know. He
She's-
laughed
she's a
real
comedian.
hard.
We're doing a
Okay,
podcast.
she's a
It's a
comedian.
podcast. See how we're doing this podcast?
Right.
Yeah. So that's what. So on a serious note, though, man, Aaron, how much did you weigh?
Like 240.
240. And you're down to about what?
I'm 190-ish now, I think.
190-ish,
Definitely
man.
under 200.
Yeah, but you're 4'8".
No, I'm not. Hey, this is an audio podcast. Don't spread lies.
Look, I like how you guys go ahead and fat shame each other.
We're good. We can just double team and chin shame you.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Have you been getting that your whole life?
What, my chin?
Yeah, the chin.
Yeah, it's whatever. Butt, chin, ass, face. I've been called a lot of names because of this thing.
I've
Ass
never. It's like Kirk Douglas. It's not
fine. I told you some.
When
kids,
I was a kid, we used to call that a Kirky.
or whatever,
Like
man.
if somebody had a chin like
that's
that,
a
we
cute-
would call it a Kirk, as in
cute
Kirk,
name.
as in Kirk Douglas.
Right.
There's a joke I do about it where some kids making fun of my teacher yelled at him, goes, "Quit making fun of his birth defect." So that's a real thing.
Did your dad have a chin like that? No, your mom, I bet.
No, my dad, but his wasn't as intense. Mine's pretty intense.
It's deep.
Mine's pretty intense. So, Aaron, let's talk about, man.
Dad,
How'd you
why
get
do I
into
have to sleep
comedy,
with
buddy?
why do I have to sleep with a nail poking into my chin? Just do it. when he was a kid. That's how he got it.
All right.
Anyways,
That's a
all
good
right.
origin story.
Hey, man, if you got jokes, just make sure they're funny, man. Just throw them out. Yeah,
Just cut everyone off.
Shut
and-
the fuck up.
You take that one back to the workshop. You fucking.
We're drinking a 6-pack of beer that was $13. Fucking neighborhood.
Jesus.
Is that bad?
You paid for it, but still.
How about you just?
It's like $2 a beer.
Yeah. Who gives a shit?
That's a fucking.
I had to count.
Why are you
fucking rip.
fucking?
$12 for a 6-pack of beer. You paid for it.
Who
though,
gives
so.
a fuck?
Are you guys friends?
No, not at all.
No, not at
yeah.
all.
He just picked me up too.
Is that how you got the porn star in here? Want to do a
Jesus
podcast?
Christ.
It's kind of our thing. We just yell at each other. Yeah. By the way, we're not going to talk about any porn. We're just going to yell at each other.
That's fine.
Aaron, how'd you get into comedy, buddy? Tell me about this. You were at my comedy show, and you're like,
Yeah, I saw
this
your-
guy's inspiring.
Right. Once you moved the mic, I saw the chin, and I was like, well, I can grow a beard.
Yeah?
And so- no, I wanted to do stand up since I was like 12, but didn't have the courage till I was like 24.
Yeah, and you've
23.
been doing it. And now you go on tours. You do breweries.
Yeah,
But you don't drink beer.
No, I don't drink beer. That's how I lost the weight.
Yeah?
Helps.
You used to drink beer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How'd you get the brewery thing going? What was that all about?
Phew, I don't know. A few years ago, I did Dangerfields. You know Ron Heron?
I know the name. I don't know him.
Yeah, I can probably get if you don't know him, I could get you on it.
Oh.
If you want to
Oh,
go
well,
on the
thanks,
road.
buddy.
They're great shows.
Cool. I'm down for it. But right now, let's talk about you getting into a comedy. We'll talk about that shit afterwards.
I'm immediately
always-
like, I'll help you.
Yeah,
So
well,
you do like you do like all these shows at different breweries?
Yeah, the last one I did, it was like 30 days or like almost 30 days.
I mean,
and
that's
we
a
just
popular thing.
drove
I know a lot of guys that
state to state.
breweries are like the new.
They're crazy. They're huge.
5 years from now, I almost bet you those things won't be happening just because the breweries are going to be gone. It's just funny.
You think
how,
breweries are
No
going to be
breweries?
gone?
The beer.
What do you mean?
Remember,
Oh, so-
there was like.
It'll just be White Claw breweries.
What is up,
I don't
Bob?
think they,
You
I don't think
alone
they
will
blew
keep fucking breweries
White
in
Claw.
business. You
No,
drink like
I mean,
fucking
it's a,
95
it's
beers a night.
It's a fad. Like when they had.
That's not a fad. People have been
Beer
drinking
is a
for-
fad?
Yeah, beer is not a fucking.
You guys don't
fad.
remember like 20? Remember when swing music made a comeback after like swingers
Dude,
came out?
Beer is
Beer never
always-
made a
yeah.
comeback.
listen,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
listen.
Beer's
never
been
went
around.
away.
No,
dude.
all these microbreweries,
No,
open.
they've been
Yes, all these
around.
places were built. No. But
They're gonna
these
be
were also
fine.
places that were like restaurants, and they made their own beer. And all these places, like there was a ton of them in Houston. They were all over the country.
gonna
This has nothing to
be
do with
fine.
comedy. I'm just saying, and they all closed.
Dude, they're
'Cause
going to
they
be
make-
fine. Anyways.
You want them to close.
No,
he's
I'm a
putting
big
them in
fan
business.
of beer. I'm just saying, I think it's a fad with all these
Bob
places.
hates
unless they get bought
He's-
by like bigger bigger
The
breweries.
Anyway,
thing is,
they're
these
not-
breweries are like they're in places
it's a
where
hot-
there's nothing.
it's a hot
so
thing.
that's the place people go.
No, it's a great. I mean, it's a great thing right now. It
Dude, they're not
definitely
going
is.
anywhere. Let's fucking
'Cause I-
talk about some relevant shit.
I can
think
get-
beer.
I can
Okay,
get
well,
you
I can
booked,
say
man.
my opinion, and you can say yours.
They're not
ass
going
chin.
anywhere.
You guys are gonna have a heart attack.
They're not
Is that why
going
you have
anywhere.
all these pills? Is this heart medication?
It's for him.
No.
He's the sickly ass face.
Yeah. It's indomethacin. I have tendonitis in my knees. I run 9 miles an hour, or 9
9 miles an hour.
9
Holy
miles per hour.
shit!
I do 9 miles per hour. I run 4 miles a day at 9 miles per hour, and I get tendonitis. So I take that. Bob, what do you know about running?
Tendonitis.
What do you know about running, Bob?
That sucks. You take
He's like,
you
my
get-
nose
You were the
runs
worst
from
guy.
time
I know
to
I
time.
beat you in a game of pig, so shut the fuck up. See, look at him. He's getting
It's-
mad.
it's
you ever play
something-
pig, like shooting baskets? And he's like, let's play. And I
Okay.
beat him, and he's all
It's
mad.
a
I
flat
thought you were
ball
meaning
at
because
night,
you look
and
more
I
like a
spotted
pig.
him
He's
a
been
letter.
all mad about it. He did
Yeah.
not spot me a letter.
spotted
You
you
can
a
make
letter.
up all you want, Ray. You lost. You lost.
Anyways, all right.
See how he cut me off there? He lost.
I'm lost.
Yeah,
You should-
yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame
My
you. for
neck
being
is gonna
lost.
crack.
My
All right,
original
let's
point
fucking-
was
all right,
the brewery thing is cool because that's. I mean, I know a lot of.
They're not going away.
I didn't fucking just say they were going away. I said that 2 minutes ago. Now I'm saying how
You said they're going away. They're
I'm
not. going away.
I'm seriously gonna leave if you don't shut the fuck up.
The brewers are not going.
I did not just say that. I said that 2 minutes ago, and I still
Yeah.
think they will. But now I'm saying it's a good thing doing these shows at breweries. It's a popular thing. It is a popular thing. I've done a lot of shows at breweries. A lot of comedians are doing that. It's a newer place for where there is a lot of comedy at.
That's
Speaking of
true.
which, man, in our neighborhood,
And they will be gone in 5 years. I had to throw that in because he was being a dick.
Anyways,
I'm on no one's team.
Aaron, shut up. No, talk.
I'm so
Go,
scared.
you're allowed to punch Bob whenever you want. You're
No fighting.
I don't hit.
us. Anyway, so first time you got on stage, where was it at, buddy?
Oh,
what would you do?
Woo, I
or
gotta
tell me how
cool
you met
down.
your wife. Let's get into that. How'd you meet your wife?
I met my wife on Tinder.
On Tinder.
Yeah, I was swiping, ready to go. Had a good
How'd
summer.
you do on Tinder?
Great.
I mean, you were always doing pretty good?
Oh yeah, I had one
You're a
really
decent-looking
good
guy.
summer. I had a great summer. I lost I was right when I lost weight, so I had that new confidence. I was like, I was with a new chick probably every week.
Wow.
And then I met
It's-
my wife.
I had a Tinder run, and then I met my girlfriend.
That's
Did you
how
meet her
Tinder.
on Tinder?
Yeah.
Oh.
We discussed this in a
I
previous
did,
episode.
because I would do Tinder. Here's why I stopped doing it. I was doing a thing where I was just running into girls that just wanted, like, free dinners.
That sucks.
And then I had to, like, just,
I
like,
never took anyone out to dinner.
Yeah, after a while, I was like, we'll just meet for a drink or
Yeah,
something.
you always
and
got to.
That's it.
You got to meet for the drinks, and you got to feel it out within 2 drinks.
Well, you
and then
took a girl
bounce.
to a comedy show on it. Was that your
That
first
was a second date. It was a.
That was
it
just-
was a
all right, what was your
second
first
date,
date?
yeah. First date, we
tell,
went for
Tell
drinks.
the guys how to do it. How do guys want to do it, man? Aaron,
Yeah, this is the. If you're on Tinder, there's a formula. You know,
tell
what I
us
mean?
the formula. Break it down.
You got to
Swipe
have
right on everything.
that's part of it, but it's more about your profile. Like you got to have a picture where it's like not a selfie, like somebody took it of you.
Right.
So because you can tell when it's a selfie, and that's like off-putting for women for whatever reason. You need one with like friends.
Yeah, let her know that you're sociable. That
Right.
you're
One
not-
doing something, some activity.
Right.
Mine was like, when I was in a band playing drums. And then,
There you go.
something with something like either a dog or a child.
yes, I had one with me. I had my
Right.
niece, and it said, "Hey, that's my
Boom.
niece."
Exactly.
And I had my niece in one hand, a puppy in the other.
And then
And I go, "This is
Damn.
also yeah." And
You
then I had a
doubled down.
picture that
But Ray said he didn't have any luck on Tinder, so
on Twitter. How you do on Twitter?
no luck there either.
I had a headshot, a bobblehead that somebody had made of me that was like a legitimate, like a real bobblehead, like you send a picture,
Right.
and a picture of me on stage.
Okay. You found your girlfriend. How long you guys
Yeah,
been
well,
together?
that's I found like almost 5 years. She lives in Houston. But
She's a keeper.
She's coming in this
Long
weekend.
distance.
Yeah, but we see each other at minimum.
They wouldn't be
every 2
together
months.
if she had to see him as much as I see him. She'd be fed up.
She sees me every day.
She'd be
Oh,
fed
you
up.
do the video chat every
Yeah.
day? Yeah. My wife's from
He's
Iceland.
a charmer.
so-
He gets all his shit out with amongst the
From
rest
Reykjavik.
From Reykjavik, yeah.
I saw
So-
on your schedule that you're playing like shows in Reykjavik.
Oh,
Iceland.
yeah. Damn, you creeped on me.
of the. Yeah.
I did it. No, I did it in the car.
Yeah. So you're going to Israel.
I'm going to Israel. Hell no. Am I that Jewish looking?
I said Reykjavik, Iceland,
Oh, you're going to
Yeah.
Iceland. Oh.
No, I used to live there.
where he said his girlfriend's from.
Oh.
Yeah, my
okay. Oh,
wife's
she's
from
from
there.
there,
Yeah, I
yeah.
moved out there.
Wait a minute. You moved out there.
Yeah, I
wait.
just-
So you met your wife in New York City.
Yeah, she's from Iceland though.
She's from Iceland.
We
You moved to Iceland with her.
Yeah, like a year later.
And what brought you back to Astoria?
How long were you in Iceland?
I was there for like 2 years, doing killing the comedy scene. But
Is there a comedy scene out in Iceland?
yeah, there's one comedy club, 10 comics
In English?
in English.
Fjorgen.
The-
That reminds of the
How'd you
Daniel
learn Icelandic?
Simonson when he does jokes about like
Right.
being from Finland.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
there's him and like 3 comics.
Right.
Like, that's it. It really is that. Like there's
pretty
really, like,
much,
no
but
comedy.
full rooms. Like
Wow.
the open mic there in Iceland, you do your first time doing stand up ever. It's in a room full of 150 real people.
And none of them
fucking
want to like get up
insane.
and do comedy. Like
But they're
none of them
all
are into it.
tourists. Well, like 90% tourists.
Ah, now do you have Iceland specific jokes?
Is this in Reykjavik?
Yeah, I have some. Yeah, that's in Reykjavik.
I assume
yeah.
is that the largest city in Iceland since it's the only one I know?
Only city, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so what are they into out there? What do you talk about to these people?
I just talked about how I'm nothing like them, so it was like perfect for me.
But they're all tourists. Where are they tourists from? Are they from?
all around the world. Yeah, I guess I
who
just
wants to go to fucking Iceland? No
You'd be
offense.
surprised
Nice.
how actual like affordable it is. Like,
What?
I see like flights to
Oh, the
Reykjavik.
flight. The
Yeah.
flights are affordable.
Yeah.
Everything there is ridiculous. This 6-pack would be $30.
What's so great to do there though? What's fun to do?
Nature, It's all
Just
just
nature?
nature? Only nature, yeah. Northern Lights. Those are pretty sick.
Well, I mean, you're there because your girlfriend and her family's there,
Right.
but you don't give a fuck.
That's got to be a big.
If she
that's
wasn't
that's
from-
Look
big,
at where I am now.
that's a big change.
Huge. I had the worst culture shock you could
Yeah, I
imagine.
could imagine.
It was fucked.
Are the people friendly?
Yeah, they're pretty friendly, but
All white, blonde.
they're
hair?
rude. They're like the most rude people in the world.
And you
No
say that
manners.
coming from New York City.
Really?
Yeah, oh my
Where
god.
people are like just douches here.
They don't use the word excuse me. It's like never used. They don't even blow their nose. Like they just That's
All of
like
them?
yeah.
They don't have Kleenexes?
No, oh my god, my throat.
They don't
No,
have
they-
Kleenexes there?
They just don't do it. Like
So
that's
if you
how
sold
fucking-
Kleenex, a Kleenex company could make some money there.
No, because
Of
they
course
don't want
they
to
sell
do it.
Kleenex.
They want to suck it in and swallow it. They're savages too,
Dude, Aaron, I don't believe you.
They're
now I
They're
gotta.
savages, man. Go out there.
You're sitting too close to Bob. His
I'm
fucking-
gonna say that it's not 100% of the people, but the fact that he's saying
It's
it
for sure not.
is saying that it's definitely a lot.
It's enough where I said it on stage
Yeah.
there, and people,
and people knew it.
yeah. Just
Well, I don't
reference
get
And
that-
Iceland's the one, like Greenland is the one that is like all snow and white.
Yeah, yeah.
And Iceland, even though Iceland has winter,
Yeah, of course.
right?
They have
it's
an
also
8-month
very,
winter.
But it's also very green at some points.
Yeah,
right?
oh yeah. It's a lot of moss.
What's the weather like?
Shit? Just it rains like 300 days of the year.
What? 300 days of the year?
300 days.
No,
Dude,
that's impossible.
I
no.
Google it right now. I swear to God.
Bob's the only one that uses his phone during this
I
podcast.
have-
I am a professional.
I have done the research.
If
That's
I'm-
how
It does
much I
not
hated it.
rain. So you just got to walk around with a fucking umbrella all day. No wonder why people are going to comedy shows.
They
They don't
don't
want to go
use
fucking
umbre-
outside.
It's too windy for
I
umbrellas.
thought you said it was all nature.
Too windy for umbrellas.
I got to call bullshit on that. I don't think it. So
You can call
so
bullshit.
why'd your
It
wife?
says
call-
on average there are 213 days per year with more than 0.1 millimeter
Oh, okay.
of rainfall.
So guess
So
what?
there-
You're off
I
by
wasn't that far
87
off.
days at least.
That's like
That's still half.
two
That's
and a
still
half
over
months.
half the year.
Anyways.
Now you're you know, that's a lot of fucking days of rain.
So why'd your wife come to America?
She also it's 8 months of winter out there, dude. Like, and by winter I mean
And then why did you go there to her? Why did she like say, "Hey, you got to come to Iceland"?
she told me not to come.
But you went.
Yeah, I'm fucking
went
crazy.
anyway.
She was like, "Don't come. The winters suck.
So
You're gonna
she's like,
hate
"I'm
it."
gonna go out there," and you're like,
Well,
I'm
she was
She
in
was
school.
moving back.
She was in school there, so she had to finish school before
Okay.
she could come out
Did
here.
did she
Why
marry you
was
for
she
the
in New
green
York?
card? Did she marry you for the green
No,
card?
She doesn't have a green card yet.
Why was she in New York?
She was working. She was she was working with a company trying to get investments. Didn't work out, so she went back and started school.
And she's just your girlfriend at that point. Still.
yeah. Then a year later, I was like, "Fuck it,
So
I'm
you
gonna
moved.
come."
You moved there when she was your girlfriend.
Yeah. Then
Wow.
I proposed afterwards
How'd you do it? How'd you propose, buddy?
In Iceland.
in Iceland. We went out
In the
to
fucking
dinner.
rain, obviously.
In the
under,
snow,
under
yeah.
the umbrellas, the cold rain
No-
and snow.
No one. It was like
A
empty
ring
street.
made out of moose or something.
A what?
I don't know what animals there are there.
There are just penguins.
Did you put, like,
and-
the-
not
A
penguins,
ring made out of a
puffins.
penguin is what you gave
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
Are there
I gave
mooses?
her diamonds.
Is
Nah.
No.
They just have whales and puffins and a few other
Did you see a
birds.
whale?
I've seen the tail, a whale tail.
It's got to be. I never. Bob, do you ever see a whale?
It's not exciting.
And I'm not
I went on a
talking
whale-
about your reflection.
I went on a
See
whale
what I
watching
did there?
trip.
There
You
it
walked
is.
right into that one, Bobby.
Yeah, because you fucking said the whole bit. I don't know how I walked into it when you.
He's not walking in anything.
when
He
you
sat
legit
right
when
like
you
you
legitimately
threw a
said
door
the
at
whole
him.
thing.
No, seriously. Have you ever seen a whale? I've never seen a whale.
I went on
nothing
a whale
exciting.
watching trip when I was growing up in Syracuse. We went to Cape Cod to go on a whale watching trip, and we didn't see any whales.
Oh, for real? Oh, you didn't.
And I took a Dramamine, and it fucked me up, and I fell asleep in my clam. One of the reasons I went was because we got a free lobster dinner.
You fell asleep in your clam?
My clam chowder.
All right.
There was a
You-
picture of it. This is like 1984, and there's like a picture. A friend of mine, this girl took a picture of it. It's on my Facebook page. You have to dig back in the pictures, but there's a picture of me like leaning
Passed
over.
out in some clam chowder.
Well, in this one, it's actually when I'm on the whale watching thing and I'm like leaning over. But I passed out because they gave us some Dramamine. I wake up on the bus at the restaurant. I don't remember any of this. And later that night, after I passed out my clam chowder, we're at the hotel. This is a school trip, and the teachers thought I was on drugs.
Yeah, is that Dramamine or a Quaalude?
No, it was, I mean, I guess, things affected.
It's the 80s.
That was the only thing
84.
I could think of.
What are you, like in elementary school? They thought you were on drugs in fucking elementary school?
It was 7th grade, so it was probably 85.
But still, that's a little too young to be doing.
I was in the bathroom.
drugs.
One of the teachers, one of the chaperones, was in our room. They were getting us to go someplace. I had one of those belts that like it slides into the buckle. There's no like holes in the belt.
Right, I remember those.
It's like a military dress.
Yeah, I know the
right,
belts.
yeah.
Yes,
So it
we
makes
know
a
the
noise
belt.
with the little clasp thing.
Yeah.
Which, if it's making that noise, this teacher, I was in the bathroom, going to the bathroom, my belt, I'm putting my pants on, the belt makes that noise. So later on, the whole Dramamine stuff happens.
Right.
When we get back home, a teacher tells my mom that they think I'm on drugs because he goes, well, I heard him in the bathroom and it sounded like he had a pill bottle or something.
Pill bottle?
What
Yeah,
the
because
fu-
the noise of the
Right.
Fuck that teacher. That
Yeah,
teacher's a
that's
piece of
fucked up.
shit.
No, my mom also, this was 1985. My mom just laughed and was like, and I was like, Mom, I don't even know
Give me
what.
some of those pills.
And we figured out, that they gave us a Dramamine and it fucked me up. I mean, different things affect people differently, but
Yeah, Dramamine's a relaxing pill, right?
it's called Dramamine. First off, no,
whatever,
it's for
man.
motion sickness.
Oh, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
So they gave
for
up-
boats.
And obviously, nothing like that's going to happen.
Most important, what
Ever
was
again.
a clam chowder, Manhattan or New England?
Well, Ray, I passed out in it, so I don't fucking. That was.
You have a picture of it. Didn't he
I
just
don't
fucking
remember.
say it?
How did
He's
it
got
feel,
a picture
though?
of it.
I don't remember.
You could tell.
I'm in the background of a picture. This was somebody.
By the way, man,
somebody took a picture of a
By
friend.
far, Manhattan clam chowder way better.
Never had either.
Yeah, you got to go with the white clam chowder
I've
as
never
opposed
had
to the
either.
other one, the one with the broth.
I've never heard the words
Yeah,
clam and chowder
the
and
white-
thought I'm in.
You never
white
had
clam
fucking
chowder.
clam chowder?
No, never wanted to.
Jesus Christ, man!
Where are you from?
Well, do you not like
Cleveland,
milk? Do you
Ohio,
not like
but-
milk or
You don't have chunky soup.
creamy things, if
I
you
love
will?
creamy things.
Yeah, clam chowder. White clam chowder is great.
It's amazing.
Might have to try it.
But whatever, if you never had it before. I mean,
I'll try it.
I mean, Bob slept in it before.
Right. So how does it
I
feel in
did.
the face?
Here's the funny thing. This is 1985. Obviously, there's no cell phones. There's no
Could
camera
be
phones.
one of the best soup. Is there a better soup than
Somebody took a picture of a girl, like there was probably it wasn't like it was a class trip, but only like 20 people went on the trip. It wasn't like a class trip. It was just like because you had to pay, however much money. I don't know. And somebody was taking it would be like if I'm taking a picture of you and you're across the table from me, and then at the table behind you, it was almost like I was why can't I think of the word? It was like I was photobombing the picture because
Right.
someone. So this girl's passing around the pictures to show everybody.
So it'd
hey,
just be a normal picture of Bob.
here was us.
Even
Here
if
was
it's
us on
supposed
this
to be a
trip,
picture of Bob,
and then
it's a
somebody's
photobomb.
like, "Look at bigger staff in the background. His face is in the like nobody realized." And then somebody was like, "Holy shit!" And this girl actually posted it on Facebook a few years ago.
Is there a better
Let's see
soup
it.
than clam chowder? What do you think, Bob?
Clam chowder's good.
I say split peas.
I
also
just
very
bought a
good.
I just
Split
bought a
pea.
clam
split
chowder.
peas.
I've
very
never had
good.
split pea either. How
Dude,
do you
you're
like
missing out, man.
Split pea's not bad,
pea?
but clam chowder's way better.
I put them
French onion, baby.
Nah, I'm not into French onion.
French onion's not bad.
Cream of brock.
I like clam chowder.
I go clam
Maybe I'll-
chowder.
These are
maybe
all
I'll like
these are all
clam
some
chowder.
good soups. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, this is how
Beef
bad
stew?
this podcast is. We started talking about soup.
Who said this? You can fucking see your way
And
out
that's
of this.
bad?
at any
Mister,
fucking
Mister,
point.
I've never
shock
had
on your
clam
face.
chowder.
Fucker.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
Why don't you take that shit back to fucking Reykjavik?
Yeah, get
Now
the
I-
fuck out of here. Go stand in the fucking
See-
rain in fucking Iceland.
I brought you guys
Yeah.
together.
How did you not? They don't have
Shit.
clam
I brought
chowder
you
in
guys
Reykjavik.
together.
Motherfucker.
No, they do have soup in
A
Reykjavik.
clam probably brings it to you in Reykjavik. They're so clam. I don't fucking know if they like clams there.
I brought you guys together. That's how.
The only clams I see's on Tinder. All right, what the fuck?
Hey,
Have you
ass
seen-
chin. Oh, you walked right into that one, didn't you?
Fucking, why don't you go pass
That
on
was
a bowl
as
of
out of
soup,
context.
you son of a bitch.
That's a good callback, though.
Every time I see a bowl of soup,
I was
I'm
embarrassed.
like-
I mean, it was really weird because when I was telling my parents, and my parents didn't know, and then I don't know if they ever saw that picture, but it was funny.
Dude,
when
I remember when I was a kid, we went to Gettysburg, and I got a
Right.
Robert E. Lee gun and a Robert E. Lee action figure and Stonewall Jackson. I was a little kid. Why are they selling Confederates
why are
heroes?
they?
Like, I didn't get them on purpose. I was just
Right,
like, oh,
you
there's
saw a
guns
gun.
and action figures.
Did they have a news?
Where was the fucking Ulysses S. Grant and all the good guy?
What about when
action
you
figures?
you
Why
ever
did I only get the bad guy action figures and the bad guy guns?
you ever go on one of those trips where they like take you past the plantations down south?
No. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
apparently
So
everybody was. This wasn't at the restaurant. This
Right.
This is on the
Is that you?
trip. That's me right there. That's like 1985.
All right. I
They-
want to
they-
see the soup.
but that was
No, I'm looking for that.
yeah. I'm gonna say that's a little weird that they sell like Robert E. Lee memorabilia, like he was the good guy. But this is also in like the late '80s, early '90s when I guess we didn't recognize how horrible they were yet. Well, I think we kind of knew they were.
You know, they sell bad guy merch from the Marvel movies and stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's what I got. But yeah, I just thought it was weird. Like, why are they glorifying Robert E. Lee and Stonewall? I guess
You got to
What do
remember.
you mean? Where was it?
Gettysburg.
Yeah, of course they're fucking.
But they should have the good guys. They should like, hey, you guys have the good guys.
You're at Gettysburg. Those are the good guys there.
By the way, like I do the Harrisburg Comedy Zone like once a year, and Gettysburg's not too far away. And there's some people that show up wearing Confederate flags for the wrong reasons. Where it's
What's
like,
the right reason? Support?
there's no
no shit. What
There
is
are-
what's the
No.
right reason of that?
There are some people that work there
The right
that are
reason is
like
you're in
the
Gettysburg.
Confederate soldiers.
Oh, right.
So
I
they're
got you.
representing it because they're part of
Yeah,
the
they're part of the show.
display. Yeah, but then there's other people that show up wearing the gear,
Right,
It's like,
supporting their team.
"Ugh." Yeah. This isn't Star Wars where Darth Vader was fictional. These
like when you-
these
they're-
are people that were real.
They're going to a Rangers game wearing a Rangers jersey.
Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard isn't coming through with the fucking General Lee and any minute where it's like, oh, look at the Confederate flag and its glory. You know, Leonard Skinner was a good band,
But they're not
they
doing
have
a
other
show.
T-shirts that don't have Confederate flags. I'm just saying, like,
Right.
we've grown past it. You know that's like,
Well,
all right,
we
that's the
have.
bad guy stuff.
This, Northeast.
Yeah. So where'd you grow up? What's your ethnic background?
I'm Iranian.
Yeah, you look
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I know.
Podcast over.
I'm also Jewish, so I
Episode
got,
over.
I got
Double.
fucked.
You're Jewish, so tell me about
Yeah.
Yom
I'll be
Kippur,
back in a
because
minute. I'm
apparently
gonna go
that's a
get a
big deal.
Yeah, I guess Rosh Hashanah is a bigger deal. Rosh
Well,
Hashanah's
Yom
coming
Kippur is a
up.
big
yeah,
deal.
Yom
'cause
Kippur, I
I have
guess
to
is
host
the
a
biggest
show
one.
at the stand.
Oh yeah,
I have to host a
Yom
show at the
Kippur
stand.
show?
Yeah, and like a bunch of people are like, yeah, we can't go. It's like a big deal in the Jewish community.
Yeah, I'm not that-
Educate me about Yom Kippur. What do we know?
I'm not that Jewish.
You just said you're fucking Jewish.
Yeah, but I'm a terrible
what the fuck?
Jew.
You never eat soup? If you've done fucking anything in your life, Aaron,
I feel like I
you went
have
on one Tinder date, and because I was so amazing at comedy, it got you
You
a second
rocked it.
date and got you married.
No, I've done stuff. I've tamed. I used to be crazy in college.
What goes on Yom Kippur? Tell me about Yom. What do you know? You don't know shit. You never celebrated it.
I don't think I've celebrated.
You know what?
I've
calling
celebrated
bullshit.
Rosh Hashanah.
You're like one of those kids that like, hey, I'm 1/4 Native American,
I'm
and then like tell
full
me about
Jew.
what you know, and like, no, oh, you're.
I'm full Jew, yeah. Both
Then how
sides
do you
of the
not know about
family.
Yom Kippur?
Maybe I just haven't celebrated in so long that I can't remember which one it is. There's so many. There's
October
like 14
8th. It's fucking October 8th. What goes on October 8th?
Right, but and Rosh
Tell me.
Hashanah, that's Rosh Hashanah?
I think it's Yom Kippur, from what I understand.
I don't fucking know.
I know because
I know the
asked-
story of Hanukkah.
Shoshana.
Do you know about Yom Kippur? Apparently, it's a big deal, Bob.
No, if he doesn't know, I don't know. He's the Jew.
He's
Yeah.
very. He's
I'm
not
not
very
that
Jewish.
Jewish,
I
no.
think he's. I
am
told him.
Well, yeah, if you don't,
I'm calling bullshit. You know how like when
It's the fourth time you called bullshit on me.
you know how like someone says I'm Native American, I'm 1/4 Native American, like and they're
Why would
and they're
anyone
not.
like pull a Jew card? Native American, like, yeah, you're gonna get into college. You know, you might get some reparations. Jew,
I made out with a Jewish chick.
Money?
Yeah. People are just gonna give me money.
Isn't that how it works? I thought that.
You go to Israel.
Well,
for free.
everything I know about Jews is wrong.
I like
guess.
Neil Diamond. That makes me part Jewish.
A bit. Do you hate yourself?
No, but I hate Jewish people. Does
I
that
love-
make me
Then
Jewish?
You're in. Yeah. You're 50%
That's a
in.
joke.
I love Neil Diamond. That makes me Jewish. All right, Ray.
You like clam chowder. It's not a very
Yeah.
Jewy. It's not a very Jewy thing.
I like Neil Diamond.
It's great. I
He spent
don't.
Jazzing was a good movie. Some lady got mad at me when I was talking about how good a movie Jazzing it was. She's like, because she's talking like she thinks because of the blackface in the original one that it's all horrible. It's like,
Al Jolson from like 1932.
yeah, and I'm like, no, fucking Love on the Rocks is a great song. September Morn's fantastic. They're coming to America.
You said what? People don't show up at your show at the stand because
Because
of
of Yom
what?
Kippur.
October 8th. It's
Oh, when
not
it's
looking 'cause
during.
it's Yom Kippur.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean,
But this fucking
makes sense.
I don't-
Jewish guy has no idea what the fuck. He doesn't know who Yom Kippur is, and that what a great
Well, I
third
guess we-
baseman he was for the Detroit
so would we
Tigers
call you
in the
a
1940s.
would we call you a non Hank Greenberg? We call you
A non-Greenberg?
non-practicing Jew.
Yeah, I'm definitely not practicing.
We call Bob a non-exercising white guy. Ha! See what I did? Another
You
fat
walked,
joke.
You walked
Jesus
You
into it.
Christ,
walked into
man.
that
Walked
one.
right
Bob.
into
You
it.
walked right into that one.
You can't deny that.
I cannot deny that I beat him in a game of pig, and it's been the biggest disappointment in the last year of Ray's life.
When did you guys find
just-
a basketball?
Right across the street from Old Man Hustle. There's
It
a
was
bar.
just for
Oh,
like
right,
10
right,
minutes
right,
as it
right,
was
right.
dark outside and it was closing. It was like a quick thing.
I know, and I wasn't there either under the same
You were both
circumstances.
like, the black kids are gone. Let's play.
Oh, Jesus.
Lady kicked us out before we could have a rematch, which I was fine with.
What lady?
Because it's after dark. You're not allowed to be in the park.
Ray almost
Right,
got a
right,
ticket
after
there
dark.
one night.
Yeah, I had a cop grabbed his gun while I was shooting baskets once because you're not allowed in the park after dark. You can get arrested. You can go to jail.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm just shooting baskets. And these guys hand on his gun like, you have to leave the premises.
And did you put your dick away after that?
There you go. You can laugh at your own jokes. You can do it.
He was
No
like-
one else is
he
going to
was
laugh
like
at him,
this-
Aaron. Go ahead.
The cop was
Bob
like,
does it all
"Come
the
on, that was
time.
good."
The cop was like, this kid might throw his basketball at me, and I was like, don't worry, he's not going to hit you. I promise you.
All right, that's a funny one, Bob. Bob got one funny one.
Thanks, ass chin.
It's about fucking
Oh,
time, yo.
that's rough.
See, when he's not fucking
What the hell are we
sleeping in
talking
his...
What the hell are we talking about?
He went straight.
What are we doing?
We were talking about clam chowder.
We're talking about him not being claiming to be Jewish, even though he has no idea who the
I'm
fuck.
going to
Neil Diamond-
Astoria Seafood on Saturday night.
That's a pretty good
They have
spot.
clam. I've been. I know. I've
Is
been
that
there
the
before.
corner one?
No, it's right up there. It's good. I like going in the afternoon, and I like to get it to go.
Yeah, I went there once with Elizabeth. We had a great. It was great, and it was only like
It's not that
it was
expensive.
40. It was we spent like $40 because we picked all the fresh stuff and they cooked it, but for $40 we got a lot of stuff and took a lot of stuff home. The
I'll do it
place
for
was
lunch
great.
sometimes. It's just like
We went around lunchtime, but this time will be later.
It's like $15, and you get a shitload of food.
Is it Greek?
And I just grab
no,
it.
it's
and
like
bring it back here.
I would say they're. Well, I mean, I don't know if Greece is Eastern European, but it
No,
seems like they're
I
Eastern
think I think they're
European
more
guys.
Eastern European.
Yeah.
Got you.
But it's also weird because they'll be open and closed at the weirdest hours. Like they'll be closed at
Yeah, they
4
went on
o'clock
vacation like a month ago or something. I remember because
Yeah.
you would everybody that's told me about Astoria Seafood is like you need to like find out if they're open because sometimes they'll just be like we're closed for the next 2 days,
Yeah, it'll be like 4 o'clock on a
That's some Eastern European
or they like
shit.
go back to.
It's like
I
4
always
o'clock
found it
on a
weird.
Saturday and they'll be closed. But then for some reason at 11:30 on a Tuesday night they're fucking open and
taking
have
a siesta.
rocking crowd.
Well,
It's
like no, like
it's
they'll,
like,
they'll,
what the
they'll
fuck?
close for like 3 weeks. They're like we're going
Going
we're
back
going
home.
on and it's
Motherland.
like well. So nobody else is going to run your business. Like there was a sushi place in Houston that was really, it was like supposed to be the best sushi place in Houston, and you had to call him up to make sure that the guy was there because he would go back to Japan like just
That's
every
legit.
once in a while, and you'd be
That's
like,
legit.
He being fucking.
you wouldn't know it was open. And of course, the guy they never answered the phone, and they didn't like put on their website, oh,
Was
we're
it
going
just
out of
one
town.
He'd
guy?
be in Iceland watching.
It was like a
fucking
real tiny place.
Asians love Iceland.
Do
That's
they
their,
really?
like,
Are you being
number
serious?
one place to go. Yeah, you
They're
can call
being-
bullshit on me if you want. I know
Well,
you
I'm calling bullshit on you being Jewish. I don't believe you're Jewish.
That's fine. You can Google my name, Aaron Zarabi circumcision, and like actual results come up. because in Iceland,
I'm not falling for that again.
again.
Why? What happened?
In Iceland,
What's yours?
they were banning circumcision, and they were interviewing me
Because you got circumcised?
No, because I was one of the few Jews there.
I think doesn't everyone get circumcised these days? I'm circumcised.
That's in America.
These days was 40 years ago, Ray. Doesn't
he was
everybody
not there 40 fucking years
You
ago.
fucking got circumcised like 40 years ago or 43 years ago. However old
people in America get circumcised.
They quit
that's it.
circumcising?
Oh yeah, big time.
Well, I mean, it's I don't know if it's always been a choice, but it's definitely a choice whether you get it or not. I mean, not by the person getting it done to, but your parents decide whether
Blink
it
yes if
happens
you
or
want
not.
it. All right, snip it.
I think everyone's got the helmet.
A lot of people have the helmet.
I hang out with a lot of penises, and I've only seen helmets.
I used to have a joke where I
Did
said,
the porn star have a helmet?
I'm not sure if I'm circumcised, but at this point, it's kind of too late to ask my parents because I have like a little extra skin, but I'm like, I can't be like, did I used to have like a lot of extra skin over my wiener?
Do you have the helmet?
Good bit.
You would know.
Oh, I'm waiting for the punchline. I hear you.
I thought it was a bit.
Well, the helmet is the head of your dick.
No, the helmet is covering
the
the head.
Yeah, the helmet's covering the head.
That's what helmets do.
It looks like a mushroom head.
Yeah, all right.
My penis looks like a
you can
fucking
say it like
mushroom
that.
head.
Helmet or
I mean, I don't
hood.
want to show you, but
I believe
No,
you.
because it's not a helmet. It's more like a fucking. It's more
looks
like a
like a
sweater.
Yeah, it's a turtleneck.
Mushroom. I mean, yeah, mushroom
It looks
cap.
like a
the head
fucking
of your
mushroom.
dick.
it looks like the Smurfs' house.
I always thought the helmet was the head of your dick.
I used to
if you're
watch
not
this-
if you're not circumcised, then you have like a sweater over your dick.
That's true.
Sweater over the head of your dick.
I'm
I honestly
disgusting.
don't. I honestly don't know because I've. I mean, all right, yeah. I mean, I have a sweater over my dick, so I'm assuming I wasn't, but I don't know.
I almost want to be like.
Why don't you ask your girlfriend?
I kind of want to be like, take it out and show
Well,
us.
she's not
and we'll
going to
tell
know
you,
if I
but
had it happen.
don't
If I
wanna
had
see
it,
a
I mean, I
penis.
have. I mean, if because I have any sort of skin over the head of my dick, does that mean I wasn't circumcised?
Yeah. If you're circumcised, there's no extra skin. None.
Yeah,
but,
mine looks like
even when your wiener's like
mine
Even
looks like a
saw-
Smurf's house.
my wiener's
Right.
like
There's
It looks
no
like
extra
Smurf's
right
house.
now. My
Looks
wiener's
like a
really
mushroom.
small,
Right.
very very small.
There should be nothing covering the head.
I love how some dudes that have really small penises just assume they were circumcised.
I have a really-
They explain to it like I would have been really big, but
Is your dick like almost an innie right now?
I
Or
was,
like a little-
yeah, I was obviously circumcised because there's no way my penis.
I have no
was this
problem
small.
saying this because when I get a boner, it is plenty good.
Right.
But yeah, but like right now,
Lord
like
knows I've seen it.
right now, I'm
Lord
not
knows.
kidding. My wiener's like that big.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
And then
it's not
my
that
last name
crazy.
Biggerstaff, so obviously it grows to like
Jesus
2 feet.
Christ.
No, but I get it when I get a boner. My dick is legitimately probably 4 or 5 times as big as it is right now. As Margaret Cho says, a grower, not a shower. Yeah,
Okay, I
It's
did
very-
the math.
very
I did
tiny
the
right
math
now.
Based
So-
on what you showed earlier.
I couldn't. So
Everyone with this small
so
penis, I was apparently
so
circumcised
here's my
twice.
point.
I was
If I have a boner and I don't, and there's no extra skin, but then when it's small,
I'm learning about his
couldn't there
boners.
be?
I love this.
No.
What do you want to know
But
about
that's the
your
thing. I
boners?
literally don't.
Well, what about
know
when-
because I'm assuming I haven't been that I wasn't circumcised.
When you have a boner,
I think you
is
were
there extra
circumcised
skin?
then. If your penis is really tiny, I assume you're circumcised.
The thing is,
no, it's really tiny inside a long sweater.
from what I've seen in porn, if you're not circumcised and you're hard, you still have
It
to,
all gets bigger.
You still have to crawl away.
It all gets bigger.
Okay.
The
Yeah, if it's
penis
not
and
circumcised,
well,
there's
obviously the
extra
penis
skin,
and
right.
From what I've seen, yeah,
the
yeah.
penis and
I
the,
only know from porn.
and the skin around it.
Right.
Right, you know what I'm saying? It's not like your penis gets bigger and the skin around it doesn't.
But what about when the clam chowder comes out? Does it get caught?
Well, then I come.
That's a.
Obviously, when the clam chowder arrives, I come.
I meant that was
He
the
treats, yeah. He treats that clam chowder like
I thought
it's.
that's what we were talking about.
Yeah. You hear that, ladies?
My
He
clam,
goes down whenever there's
now
some
my
clams. He
clam
puts his
chowder-based
face in
boner.
it. He puts his face right in some clams. So there you go, ladies.
I don't know. But
Just
it's
let you know.
it's always
Bob. You eat some pussy, right?
It's
Houston.
always, yeah, it's always
Yeah,
funny though
he
when
eats
people
clams.
when people talk about
Clam chowder, clam in the
dick
pants.
size and stuff. It's like, yeah, like I said. I mean, I
Bob's a fan
am
of
not
the
embarrassed
clams.
at all that my wiener is extremely tiny when it's not in use.
Right. Of
Because
course.
I know now.
It's
Now,
better that
granted,
way.
there
Out of
is
the
no.
way.
I am not taking my pants. I mean, with my girlfriend, it's different. Whatever, she's seen it in all.
Hey man,
stages.
you won over
But,
all
like,
the
when
ladies. You already won over all the ladies by saying you put your face in clams. The second you see a clam, your face goes right into it.
I don't want clams.
Got a lot of female listeners.
Yeah. We do have a few.
I don't know.
And I don't want to mention them, but Bob knows who they are.
That's why I talk about my
Clams.
No, it's not my clam.
Your back clam.
His penis is so small, he calls it a clam. That is
It is funny though.
The extra
how
skin
small
is the
it is.
clam, and then what
It
else
is
inside?
clam.
It
the
literally
clam
is
ham.
weird because there's not. I mean, there's no other part of your body that like grows like that. I mean, even if you like, you work out, you pump up your,
it is
you do
weird.
this and you pump up your
like a
muscles.
sponge.
Your muscles will get bigger, but there's nothing else on your body, but on a guy's body, that can literally grow. I mean, name anything in your body that can go twice.
That's how we
the size.
reproduce,
Your
man.
asshole.
I mean, no offense, but I mean,
Your
just,
asshole gets 2 times bigger.
It does, depending on what's going on.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Ray, I
No, you
think
know
he's
what?
joking. Did you see the look on his face? What?
No, you know what? No, in seriousness, like
It
when you
could,
take
though.
a shit, your asshole does
It's
open
opening up, baby.
Yeah, but when you're not taking a shit, it's
A
tiny
whole
and-
opening is not the same as a.
But it's growing.
But it does.
I will
get
say,
bigger.
I
The
believe-
hole is a part of the body.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor, but technically,
know.
I think you're probably right.
But like when you're not pooping, that asshole's tiny. The second you
Mine
take a
is-
poop,
yeah,
that
but it's
thing
a, but it's a,
fucking
but
Mine's
it's a
almost
hole.
invisible.
It's a hole.
Well, but it's a part of the body.
Anyways,
I know, but it's a hole that opens up. It's not
got
like
you.
Well, you know what's crazy?
a
We're
muscle.
We're getting technical
You
again.
work out a opens. Let's say your muscle can't just by pumping it up.
Well, obviously,
is not going to get
penises-
twice as big.
Right.
Penises get
But isn't that
bigger.
weird?
Will you shut the
Isn't
fuck
that
up
weird
for a
that
second
your
and let
wiener
her-
gets
little weird.
gets bigger?
Do you
Yes.
not want it to get bigger ever?
No, of
again?
course I do. But
When
I've
you
also,
get excited, it gets bigger. Just look at any dog. You ever seen
how
a
big
puppy?
is your wiener right now, Ray?
Your penis gets bigger when you look at a puppy.
No, puppies. When puppies get
big is-
get
Right,
excited,
the red rocket.
You know what I mean?
All
Like
right.
you see like a puppy.
How big
it
is your
gets his
wiener
boner.
right now?
Size of that mic.
Like the size of my finger.
And how big? And well, because some guys, I mean, I've seen porns and stuff, and I don't know, maybe they chubbed up before the thing started, but some
course.
people have like wieners. Some people, guys, some guy. Oh shit, I don't know if we're allowed to say that.
Some things.
Some people have wieners that they're just
Caitlyn Jenner.
they're long all the
Some
time.
ladies get these
No,
penises that
they're
are also
they're
long
all the time, and then
Right.
they just get straighter. Like
But-
they don't actually get bigger. They just, you know what I'm
They
saying?
get more girth.
I think all penises probably
Probably.
like obviously get bigger when they're hard. It'd be weird if you had an erection and just
No,
stayed
no,
the
no.
same
An erection.
size.
But
That's,
they-
no,
would
no,
say
no,
if it
no.
was a
That's
limp.
not. But that's not the.
That's
an
why
erect-
they say
you're
grower,
like
not a
this when
shower.
you're flaccid, and then an erection. It just there are some that just not that I don't know a lot about dicks, but there are some that just get pointy.
Bob has seen a lot of dicks.
Yeah.
He
I
knows
have.
how
I've
they
seen a
work.
lot of porn.
Bob's seen a lot of dicks. He knows when they.
But that's why they say grower, not
It
a
is
shower.
crazy, yeah.
There has to be someone
is
out
weird.
there who's showing.
I think everybody's penis.
Exactly.
I think everybody's penis obviously gets bigger when they're erect. It'd be weird if it was the exact same size.
Let's Google
Obviously,
it.
they're going. No,
I
It's
just
the
want to
exact-
Google
it-
everything.
just I'm just saying, and not to bring it, but just look at every like whenever you saw a puppy that got excited.
I know there are.
Yeah.
There are because they just flop down and then it
doesn't
just
sound
point
right.
and then it just points up. That's what makes it. I mean, it's probably
That
because
seems
it's pointing
weird.
up. It probably is getting bigger, but I'm not saying on the scale of like mine.
Right, yours gets 5
And you've seen
times
pores.
larger.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's weird. That's why I have no.
We have a lot of confidence in your erection, Bob.
Thank you.
You know what? I don't have
No
confidence.
problem. No problem in that area.
How Jewish Aaron is. He knows nothing about.
I am the
I want to learn
worst Jew.
about
Well,
Judaism.
he's non-practicing, like you
Yeah.
said.
I can't believe, but I mean,
What religion are you, Ray?
Catholic, but I know all about fucking Christmas.
All right.
Yeah, because
well,
you guys
I'm
have
I know
one
the
holiday. We
story.
have 40.
Catholic, but I know all
There's
about.
I know
literally-
Easter.
He probably knows all about Christmas.
do.
Everybody knows about
I
Christmas.
know about Easter.
I celebrate Christmas.
I know about St. Patrick's Day.
Like there's one holiday, Rosh Hashanah, this weekend, and then you said the 8th
Yom
is Yom
Kippur.
Kippur.
It's
there's
like a
two
big deal.
What's the
right
one
next
around
to each other.
Christmas with the menorah?
Hanukkah.
Oh, well, see, everybody knows about that.
I only know of it
Come on,
because of Adam
baby.
Sandler.
That's the big one.
If it wasn't for Adam Sandler, I wouldn't know. Yeah, put on your yarmulkes. It's
Yeah.
time for Hanukkah. The Seattle Supersonica.
I know on Yom Kippur you eat. I know
Rod
what you eat.
Crew.
Clam chowder.
Know who's
Ray
a Jew?
DeVito
Hall of Famer. Rod Crew.
is a dumbass.
You celebrate Easter?
No, I'm not practicing Catholic. I'm agnostic. I think we're all agnostic. That's my. How's your religion? What do you say? I think we're all agnostic. None of us have a choice. None of us.
Right.
None of us fucking know.
I was just born a Jew. I don't even know what Yom Kippur
What about
is.
your parents?
Yeah, whatever.
They're
Are they
both
religious?
Jews.
at all?
Whatever somebody wants to
My
believe
dad is,
doesn't
but
bother me.
I don't talk to him.
as long as it doesn't.
You don't talk to your dad?
I haven't talked to him in probably like 8 years.
Wow, what the fuck? What happened?
He's just
Moved to
a dick.
Iceland?
What's your story? So you grew up both parents, one parent?
I grew up. My parents got divorced when I was like 2.
Okay, siblings?
I got a sister. Yeah, she
Okay.
hasn't talked to my dad in like 15
You know what?
years.
You know what? Two rhymes with poo.
Jesus. All right. Anyway,
What'd you think I was gonna say?
anyways, fucking.
Circumcision.
Back to your fucking. So your sister, older, younger?
Older.
Older.
4
How-
years
how-
older.
4 years older?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys grew up in Queens.
Yeah, we grew up in Queens with my mom,
Okay.
single
and,
mom, doing her thing.
And why'd your parents? You don't have to say if you don't want how they. Why
No,
they
my
divorced.
dad's just a dick.
He's a dick.
Yeah.
So they divorced when you were
Abusive.
2.
Does he,
Yeah.
he live around
Abusive, like
No, he lives in Long
physically,
Island.
or just.
Mostly emotionally, but
Emotionally?
like physical
Alright.
threats.
Okay, all right.
Like, from what I've heard, fucked up shit.
Hey, I grew up. I'm from Ohio. I grew up around a lot of Kid Rock fans. I know.
Right, you get an
the
idea.
threat, the threat of
The threat of violence.
violence by a dude to his spouse. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So he's Jewish. He's like pretty Jewy. My mom's not that Jewy.
Okay, but she was born Jewish.
Yeah.
I wonder
both
if she
my
became
parents.
less Jewish because he was such a dick.
Maybe there's
Maybe,
no God.
like,
Can't
maybe
be
that's-
a God if your husband's gonna threaten
yeah.
to kill you.
So your mom, like, is your parents still alive?
Yeah, both my parents
Okay.
are still alive.
And your mom, you're still close with your mom?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
She's great.
She's in New York area?
yeah, she's
All right.
in Queens too. Yeah.
Cool. And then, so the fallout with your dad. What's your story with your dad? Like, when did you realize, like, fuck
Well,
this dude?
first I knew my parents had no relationship, right? And then
Right.
my sister stopped talking to him before me, but I didn't really understand why.
How old were you when this was going on?
I'm probably 8. I was probably like around
So
8.
so you're young.
So I didn't really,
It's like fucking young. You don't even know.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
yeah.
It probably took until I was like 12 till I started realizing, and then when I was like 16 is when I was like really started cutting things off.
And what was his life after he left you guys? What did he do? Did he have another family or
No other
Was he like just in the
family.
New York area?
Yeah, in Long Island.
So he's
Just
in
with
Long.
the-
Well,
all
that's
the
where
other-
assholes seem
Right.
to go.
All the
That's
other
where-
Long
Yeah.
Island Jew assholes.
Is he circumcised?
For sure. Yeah, I've seen his dick. Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Damn it,
I just
don't. Come on,
kicked you.
man.
Good thing you're not a shower, or I would have kicked you in the dick.
Yeah.
So this is all right.
When
So-
did you say the last time you talked to him was?
Let's see. I was probably, I think 6 years ago.
Oh wow.
All right, but back to this.
Yeah.
So when you kind of pieced it together, did you? Your sister's 12, and she already was like, "Fuck this dude."
Yeah.
And that's a pretty young age to be like,
Right.
Fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be a fucking dick, because like,
Well, she
'cause-
was 12. You
Well,
said
no,
you said
here's
you
the
left
deal,
when you were
man.
2.
Yeah.
like I
So
got
he'd been
cousin,
gone for 10
like my,
years.
My
He'd
parents
been gone at 6 years by the point he realized.
Right.
Not,
I'm just saying.
if she's 12, I'm saying
For
like
that young
my
to
parents.
make-
My parents are both deceased. They both died young. They both my mom died when I was 28. My dad died when I was 34.
Damn.
But yeah, and they were like together. But I have cousins who had divorced parents, and even when like one of the parents was a douche. Is a little kid, you still want to hold on to it.
Right.
Like, even though
Yeah.
your mom's like, fuck this
course.
guy, fuck this piece of shit, as a kid, the kids are still like,
Still like,
But
that's
did you
still
even
my
have any-
dad.
My
I
dad,
want to
right.
dad.
When do you first even remember seeing your dad? Do you remember? I mean, if he left when you were 2.
I don't. Do you remember the first time you saw your dad?
Yeah,
No,
know-
but I remember him always being there. Is my point? Like if you're, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
yeah, my earliest.
so was it
memory-
even
is.
Did it even matter, or did he even realize?
Well, was he in and
I don't
out of
have
your
a dad,
life?
or my dad's not around?
I was there like every weekend, but then
Okay,
I later
okay.
on
Oh,
realized it was mostly because my mom like
Wanted
So he
to
was
happen.
he was
Your
in your
mom's okay.
he was in your life
Yeah,
more
yeah.
then.
right, and
I
then
gotcha.
yeah,
What was the deal breaker with your sister? If you can,
don't know.
You don't know. You never talked to her about that.
Nah, I should. This
I
is
mean, it's
something
all right.
recently I've been unearthing in myself. Is like
Cool.
wondering stuff about that. You know what I mean?
But what was
Well,
it?
But
mostly
if
just
you know all
buried
that
it.
shit about
Yeah.
him being not
Which-
nice to your mom and making threats, I mean, she
Right.
probably,
She probably just
saw the
like
same
witnessed
thing.
it more, you
Right.
know, when she could remember shit, whereas like I didn't.
What was your relationship when you realized when you said you were 16 or when you realized like fuck this dude? What was it? Obviously, you've
there
already
was-
said enough that would
Right.
imply why would you do it. But what was like
Right,
the
but all that
breaking
stuff
point?
I learned much later on.
Okay.
Right.
But what was the breaking
so it
point
was
with you
like,
personally?
First, I would always, I would be the one, trying to facilitate the relationship
Right,
with my
right.
dad. And then it was always like him asking like if I could figure out a way to like get my sister to talk to him. So then after a while, I realized like
Why
here.
did he want your sister to talk to him? Like what? Just because he just didn't want the guilt, pretty much.
I guess,
even though he was
yeah.
being a dick, he just didn't want the
Right?
guilt.
Yeah, he wanted less guilt, I guess. And I'm there like talking to him, but
Yeah.
so he had the opportunity while I'm there to like have our relationship, but that never was part of it.
Materialized,
right?
Because he's more like, hey, can you repair this? And it's like, hey, how about
exactly.
How about
I'm
we
here.
get our own fucking? How about we grow our own
Right.
flower and quit worrying about this flower over here?
Right.
And then maybe if this flower grows, then I can worry about patching that flower up or whatever.
Yeah.
Is your sister circumcised?
She might be. Yeah, the clit's gone.
Hey, we're only being serious here, fucking Bob. You fucking you piece of
breaking
shit.
it up.
Go ahead and talk about your penis some more.
He had to cut it down.
Yeah.
It's the G hole.
Yeah, so all right, so back to so he just wanted. What's the coolest thing you ever did with your dad? Do you ever have any good memories of your dad?
Yeah. We used to go to that stupid fucking like car show at the Javits Center.
Okay, all right.
We used to go every year, and then later on, I realized I was the one who I didn't care about cars at all.
Right.
But I think we did it like twice, and that was like a fun memory. So I would always be like, "We're going, right?"
Yeah.
And I realized later on,
Because you're a
I
little
was
kid,
the
and you
one-
want your dad. You want your
Right.
fucking dad around just because you're like, hey,
But that should be
I only have
him
one
doing
fucking
that
dad.
shit.
Yeah.
I realized later on, like I was always the one like making
right.
plans. But yeah, the last time I talked to him was like my friend. We were like hanging out on our balcony, and the balcony collapsed, and he broke his neck and became a quadriplegic. And like,
How old were you when this happened?
I guess 22, something like that.
240 pounds.
That's why you had to lose weight. That's what made you go into losing weight.
I didn't. When you started saying he broke his neck and became
collapsed.
paralyzed, I was like, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm coming in.
Like, all right, should
God.
lose some weight.
Jesus.
I just ended
Your
it.
friend broke his neck?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What
Yeah.
balcony were you on? Like at an
Our
apartment?
apartment, yeah, our apartment, yeah.
Did he get any money? I mean,
Yeah,
people
he
get
got
sued?
money, yeah.
I mean, not that that
He
matters
didn't
if you're
get
fucking
enough, but yeah.
quadriplegic. Jesus.
Yeah. It was
You still
And you were
talk to him?
okay? You
yeah,
guys,
yeah,
you guys
he's one of my best friends.
fell and you were okay, and he
I
broke
didn't
his
fall.
neck?
I watched him fall.
Oh, he was just on the balcony by himself?
No, we were like this far apart, and that side of the balcony collapsed while I just stood there watching.
How far did he fall?
2 floors onto
Jesus.
concrete.
Jesus.
Obviously on his head.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Ugh.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fucked. So it was like that week I
And you're-
talked to my
you're
dad.
next to him on the.
Yeah, it was
Damn.
fucked up. I mean,
That's
for
weird.
him, like, yeah, I got over
That sounds gotta be
the.
weird to watch.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he was at one of my shows like last week.
Oh, nice.
He's the man.
Shout out to him. What's his name?
His name's Eli. He's the
Eli.
man.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I'll
Does
tell
he
him
have
to
like an
listen to
electric?
this.
Is like electric wheelchair?
Yeah, he's got an electric and an assisted one that he pushes.
Oh, okay.
that
He can
pushes
use it.
his
He can
arms.
push his
Yeah,
wheelchair.
I guess it's called like semi quadriplegic. So he has like some functionality of his arms,
Yeah.
but not full.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Dude, sorry to hear that, man. That's fucking. Oh,
He's the man.
all right. Now back Yeah, fucking Eli, you're the man. You're way better than fucking Aaron's dad. This piece of shit. So what happened the same week that you're bringing up?
Yeah. So my dad called me, about this, and I told him the story, and he was like, "Damn, he's better off dead." And then that was when I realized he's an asshole.
Dude, yeah.
I was like, nobody could say that if they're not just scum.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking...
Yeah, so I was, especially it's a 1 week ago. It's my best friend. I watched it happen. You can't fucking say
You know what? That's just an inconsiderate thing to say. That's just inconsiderate,
Yeah, he might think that, but you don't fucking say it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think whatever
Not
you
to your
want.
kid.
Right.
How old were you at the time?
I was 22.
It doesn't matter
okay.
at any
Regardless,
age. That's
yeah.
like,
I know, but I'm just
and
wondering how
considering
old
he
he
didn't have
was.
a
Yeah.
great relationship with his dad at the time.
Was your buddy the same age?
Yeah. Yeah, so that was that was
like,
the
but
last...
Daddy wants to go to the car show with us. Can
He could be one of the cars.
yeah. We'll get more access because we'll have a guy with a disability. We'll get
Yeah, we've definitely skipped some lines.
dude, that's understandable. And that, and you're like, but your dad called you when he heard that.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I wouldn't call him really
Okay.
at that point.
Yeah.
He
So
would
he's
try.
he's just always been a piece of shit. Did he move on?
Yeah.
Did he get a new wife or a girlfriend or just?
He's the last I heard, he had a girlfriend who living overseas, and he spent money that he never paid child support. So he apparently spent
Jesus.
40 grand on a.
Was he
on a
supposed
ring.
to?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're supposed to pay child support when.
Well,
you
I
have
don't know.
kids.
They could have had it
Yeah.
set up
No, it
where
was-
he wasn't.
It was court ordered.
Okay.
Yeah, and then apparently he sent.
Then how did he
money
never go to
overseas.
jail for that?
I don't know. I'd have to ask my mom. There was definitely a lot of court shit going on.
Oh, was there?
My mom hid a lot from me.
Yeah, I'm sure she wants you
Right.
to be a fucking.
She didn't want to
normal
be
kid. And you know what?
involved.
And your mom obviously was not a fuck. Here's the deal too. I also grew up with kids who had divorced parents, and
Right.
where I've been over their house sleeping over, whatever. And I hear the mom just talking shit about the absentee dad, in
Right.
front of me, who's not even one of their kids.
So you can only imagine.
You can see a lot of it. But the fact that your mom never, while you were a kid, was
Right.
trying to
She never influenced.
tried to squash your relationship with your dad. The
Right.
fact that she was still you should go to the Javits Center with your dad. That's still your fucking father.
Right.
You should have a fucking father figure.
You should stand on this balcony with your dad.
Yeah. That's what you should do.
gain
Dad,
more weight.
yeah. Just go right there to the exact balcony. No, you stand over there. I'm just going to
Your
be here.
mom's like, Eli, no, don't go out there, Eli.
Yeah.
It's like in Goodfellas when Robert De Niro's saying to the one lady, no, go ahead, right around the corner. You over there. Just keep going. No, Dad, keep walking over there. Just a few more steps. Just get over there a little bit.
Yeah, that was in Albany. Fucking crazy.
Oh, that was in college in Albany.
Yeah, the cheapest. It was I don't know, $300 for the whole floor or something.
Oh, wow.
Cheap as fuck. Balcony was old rotted wood.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Dude, yeah, Eli, I hope he got
Where'd you go to
some type of
college?
Albany.
Yeah,
SUNY Albany?
SUNY Albany. Yeah, good party school.
Yeah, apparently. Dude, that sucks that he had to fucking.
Yeah, that's life. I guess.
He's back in New York City though.
Yeah, he's
Cool,
got his own apartment in Manhattan.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah, he's
cool.
killing it.
Nice, man.
What does he do?
He works for the city, something having to do with accessibility.
No,
He
he would
works
know.
in that office.
he
Yeah,
would know.
exactly. Yeah.
He's like, "Can I get up there? Okay, this is good for this."
they use him to test.
yeah.
You get up those stairs? No.
It's like we need a better ramp over here.
Yeah, how's
I
this
think.
hill?
Yeah. Dude, that's fucking awesome. I hope to meet him someday, man.
Yeah, definitely. He comes out to a lot of shows. He loves stand up.
Oh, cool. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry about your fucking dad. What a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's all good. I've come to terms with it a long time ago.
Yeah. It seems like
I mean, I have a kid, so
Oh, you
I
have a
use
kid?
it as I have a step kid.
Oh, from the girl, your wife
Right, yeah,
in
yeah.
Iceland.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I use him as inspiration. Not
Yeah,
to be,
dude, I bet it I've noticed that a lot from friends of mine that had shitty a shitty dad.
How old is he?
That they go
He's
out of their
8.
way.
8 years old. Is he circumcised? Yeah,
No, he's not. He's for sure not.
Iceland? Yeah. For the
Yeah.
fact that they talk to you about it in Iceland.
I've seen it.
ice tunnel.
What do you do with him? You guys have some common interests? You and the
I mean,
stepson?
we're almost the same generation, basically. I'm only 20 years older than him, so we
So
like.
you guys play video games
Yeah,
together?
play video
How old are
games.
you?
Yeah, I'm 28. Yeah, we play video games and we like, the Marvel movies, Star Wars.
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
We have a lot of common interests. Yeah,
Dude, you know
pretty
what's
cool.
messed up about it's weird. Do you read comic books?
No, not
No,
really.
right. Because I read comic I read some as a kid. Like the Secret Wars was a big deal. Like that was the first one when I was a kid. That's with all of them,
Right.
Like all the Marvel superheroes. And then I bought them on eBay just for the fuck of it. And then I'm reading the one where Spider-Man fights all the X-Men. Like they have an internal civil war, and Spider-Man beats all the X-Men, but because Professor X has that mind ability, when it's all done, he makes everyone forget that it ever happened and just wipes it out, and that's the end of the episode. But reading it as an adult is weird because it's dude, if you had this fucking ability, why didn't you just do this on page 1 and make everybody, you know what I mean? There was
Right.
no reason for this whole issue of comic book. It could have been
When they got to the end, they realized they couldn't. They didn't have.
yeah,
that
but
must
ending.
have
I'm
been
just
it.
saying, it's weird to read as an adult because you
It's
just think
written by adults,
logically.
that's the fucked up
yeah,
thing.
you just read it logically, oh, he could just squash this on page 1.
Yeah, but
then
those
he
are
wouldn't have
probably more for those kind of comics are probably more for. I'm not gonna say older people, but it's not like that's exactly for kids. Not even with the violence or something.
You remember
That's
Secret
an
Wars?
old
They had
one, though,
action
right?
figures for Secret Wars and shit. It was a big deal in the 80s.
Yeah, if it was old, they
I don't
made
know
those
anything about Secret
exclusively
Wars.
for kids.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like now adults are into comics and shit. But
Well,
back
now they're
then,
graphic
wasn't-
novels.
Right, that's true.
That is true. All right, we're going to get ready to wrap up here, man. Aaron, where would you find you on social media and everything?
Yeah, check me out on Instagram at Aaron Zarabi, Facebook at Aaron Zarabi. Don't go to Twitter; it's fucking disaster. Yeah, I'll be at
Are you not going to get on Saturday Night Live if we look at your Twitter?
No, it's just literally only my sister likes my tweets. I don't really do Twitter, but Instagram's popping. And I'll be at Caroline's on October 20th, featuring for Kayvon. So come out.
Oh, nice. I was going to say, I know I'm at Caroline's a couple times in October, so I was waiting to hear that date. That might be the show I'm hosting, but I don't think I'm hosting that one. All right, dude, you were awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Step up to the G-hole.